All right, and welcome back to Gotham Sound's coverage of NAB 2026. I'm here with Nancy from Q5X. It's always nice to see you.
How many years have we done this?
I don't know, a bunch.
Maybe a dozen.
Yeah, maybe a dozen, that's true, with a little bit of COVID in between.
That's right.
Thanks so much for having us.
Always great.
You're always lovely to talk to, and you always have such cool stuff. So tell me, what's the cool stuff we're talking about this year?
So I'm going to start you off with where I ended you last year.
Uh-huh.
And I know you were excited then, and you remain excited about the PlayerMic X.
That's right.
And last year, this had been in use with the NBA for 6 months. It's now at the 18-month mark, and it's ready for prime time.
All right.
So this will be shipping this summer when the FDA certification is complete.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, FCC certification.
I mean, you could eat it, I'm sure.
You could eat it. It's about the size of a tablet or a really good cracker.
Okay, great.
So flexible, 6.5-hour battery life, and magnetic pogo pin charging at the bottom. So it is sealed. This is watertight. It is sweat-proof, and so this is perfect inside the jerseys of the NBA players, and we're excited to get it out in other use. We've had this since we talked last. There's been questions about, okay, the sound is good enough for an environment like sports, but what about other environments that are more challenging? San Francisco Opera has had this on trial. We couldn't get it back from them.
Okay.
So we haven't been able to sell them until the FCC was complete, so they had it on a very extended demo.
Wow.
So that's about as
like
grueling of an environment.
Packs or?
Multiple packs.
Okay.
Multiple
and so they're
packs.
singing their sound reinforcement.
So
that's high praise, and especially for your own codec, because this, to remind people, to get the battery life, you had to design your own codec so it would sip the power.
Exactly right, Nick. When the NBA asked us to take the existing PlayerMic S at 4 hours and make it half the size and half the weight, when you look at it, this is the Shure Axient Digital module. It's more than half that pack. So if we're going to reduce the pack to 50%, we're cutting the module in half. Won't work very well after that.
And then then the batteries
So we came up with our own radio, spent the time to do what needed to be done for this. But because we put the design into a long life, a power efficient model, the battery lasts longer. So 6.5 hours.
And how's the range on it?
Like the rest of our gear.
Okay.
So I haven't heard anything different.
Yeah, got it.
All good.
And now there's you do have a receiver for this, because I know that was a question as well.
Last year at NAB, we were talking about the fact that this was received from received by a receiver manufactured by another major organization in the space, and we white label it. So we've got a Q5X branded product. This is a quad receiver. In part of our modification, one of the nice features we added was 2 headphone jacks, just to give it a little bit more functionality so that you can be listening to the same thing if you need to.
I see. Okay, and just to be clear, I'll just tell you from the back, you've got the full XLRs, and there's Dante, and there's antennas, A and B, and all that stuff. So it's a pro receiver.
It is a pro receiver.
That is doing that. Okay, super. Do you have a sense of pricing for either of these components as of yet?
It's still coming together, consistent with Q5X. We are answering user need quickly and rolling things out. It's demoing broadly. What we're talking about at the show, just to give you a frame of reference, because this is a quad, 4 transmitters. The mic control is, MicCommander is still involved in the ecosystem to control it, because no buttons, no screen, and the receiver inside of a $20,000 window.
Okay, got it. Perfect. All right, so and that's does that have? I mean, I know it's digital, so there is some encryption involved, but is there additional encryption beyond your?
There's no encryption on this receiver. Encryption is capable on the transmitter.
I see.
And the other very interesting part, I don't know whether we can see the back of this, but the range is from 470 to 962. Yes, that was a 9.
Okay.
There are 2 antennas in here, if you can see the change. And so that can be a broader range than anything on the market. This particular receiver doesn't go above 608.
Okay, so you would have to modify a 900 version to get
We're expecting that there'll be other receiver manufacturers, possibly including ourselves, that would want to receive this as well. And so
we'll work it out. And
we will work it out.
Would that include people with portable receivers?
Portable receivers is something that's definitely necessary for people in our ecosystem. So we will find a solution for that. We're exploring multiple different options right now, and it's unclear which direction that's going to go.
Got it.
But it'll happen.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So now that so that's last year. So let's talk about this year. So this year you take it away. You tell me what's going on. But you showed me all this stuff yesterday.
So the Incognito is something that we've been talking about for a while. This is the last product that Q5X originally had in analog that we have transformed into Axient Digital. And the Incognito in analog was always known for a removable battery because there is that pushback of what if 8 hours, 16 hours, 32 hours isn't enough. This is an example of our removable battery. That is a very satisfying click. Maybe I'll put it
Maybe put it up to the mic and you can hear the...
Ready? Ready, set?
Not quite. There we go.
It is.
Okay, perfect.
So this still has the flex. All stainless steel since you saw it last year. It was aluminum. We weren't happy with that in the end, so we went to stainless steel. You've got a USB-C attachment. This has an O-ring inside. It's a waterproof USB-C. So we've got some waterproofness in this unit. This can be charged by a regular phone charger. So if you wanted to put this in a rafter,
and just have it be constantly on.
And then control it with the MicCommander, which works at 150 feet away. You've got a solution for that. So 6-hour battery. It comes standard with 2 batteries. This one has a 1-pin LEMO. If you'd rather a 3-pin LEMO, just order it that way. No problem. Same thing.
And those can be modified after the fact.
They can be modified afterwards, but we're indifferent. The reason for viewers that may not understand the pigtail, this just is a safety precaution when these are used in athletic environments to have this remoted and inline. If 6 hours isn't enough, how about 32 hours?
Wow.
Sorry, 16 hours.
16 hours, that's the 16.
We were at a reality TV show location in Burbank recently, and the request was for a 32-hour. So that is also coming. We see this as an ecosystem, Nick. It's a buy a brain and then have 6 accessories. So in this pack, you've got something relatively nice and small. You've also got the real estate now on the end. What could Q5X do with that?
Oh, you put a button in it.
This is our PushMic. So now we have a PushMic battery accessory for the Incognito. So if you're familiar with the existing PushMic, this was a freestanding transmitter that has programmable push to mute, push to talk back, either momentary or latched. And all that functionality is now placed in the battery. Great for location sound if you really don't know what your day is going to be. Throw a couple of things together with your transmitter brain and accessorize as normal.
It's completely modular, right? So one transmitter can do a bunch of different functions.
Configurable.
Yeah.
And the long-awaited.
Okay. Oh, come here. Okay.
This was the battery I showed you first.
Yes. Yep.
This is another battery. This battery is fatter.
It's a little fatter. What's in there?
A recorder is in here.
Oh, okay.
So we've been talking about this for several years and been...
Say that again. I think
we had a dropout on the fact we had recorder. I hope there's recording in this system so that you don't have to put that back together on post.
Tell me, what is it?
This is a battery that goes with the Incognito transmitter. It's just marginally thicker than the other battery to maintain the 6-hour battery life. So this pops on like the other battery. Barely notice the extra thickness. and now you've got recording. This is not going to be available in the US until we're free and clear of any kind of legal challenges that might occur.
Yep.
And so it'll be shipping, it'll be my Christmas present to ourselves. It'll be shipping at Christmas time to the rest of the world.
And then this guy, so, all right, so we've got multiple battery lives, we've got a battery and a recorder, and then we've got this charging station, right?
We have a charging station, but remember, we also have a battery with media that needs to be downloaded. So we've got a couple of things to carry. So this is our complete prototype. This is really hot off the presses. This will be eventually done in extruded aluminum, but this has USB-C ports, 8 of them, with the ability to then also hang the sled configuration off the side. And if you zoom in on the end, you'll see the ability to have your synchronized time code jamming in the end of the docking station.
To get your time code into those recorders.
And you'll also be able to do the time code jamming from the MicCommander. These can be daisy chained together if you need more than 8.
If you need more than 8. Wow. Okay. So as always, you guys are busy in Toronto. Yeah. Very, very, very busy. Okay.
And there's a couple of other things. I know you're time limited.
Sure.
But there's all of our existing SwitchMics that had an 8-hour battery have been doubled up. They're all available in 16.
Great.
So similar to what I was just describing, they're just a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So PushMic that's 16 versus PushMic that's 8. You just have a little bit of extra thickness. So all 3 PushMics are different. So this is just, I don't know whether we would count these when we do our tally with Shure of how many body packs we have, whether it's 14, 15, or 16. These are just kind of playing around the edges.
Yeah.
But there's one more I want to show you.
Okay.
And I didn't show it to you yesterday, so I'm kind of cheating.
Oh, all right.
If you back up here.
Back up. Oh, yay. We've been talking about this for a while, the HatMic.
Come see Chester. This is what the Savannah Bananas have been using.
No kidding.
Is an integrated microphone inside a flexible transmitter. So Savannah Bananas has been using these for the past few months, and because they're not necessarily concerned as much as possibly other leagues about hiding the gear, this is sitting right inside the hat on the clip mic.
Very
and I
cool.
continue to be excited about the day where this could also be
a bra mic?
A bra mic.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I think this has a lot of application to hand to talent and allow females to place their mic themselves without having interference.
Yeah.
Because you know my tagline, great wireless audio begins with comfortable talent.
I agree
and that's
with
what we want.
That is very, very cool. Let me just see if we have any, let's see. Okay, somebody wants to know if the player mic with Axient is going to be compatible with ShowLink.
No.
Everything Q5X, even with the Axient module,
Correct.
is going to be the MicCommander.
Everything's on the MicCommander, and part of that question, ShowLink is interacting with the environment constantly.
Yeah.
And that's a draw on battery. So when we were making design choices, we took a different path.
Got it. Okay. And then another question, you know, why this is more like kind of retro stuff, but what wireless are these compatible with? So the Axient versions?
The digital is monogamous with Axient Digital, except for the PlayerMic X, which I described is
Your
on our receiver. Originally, we had analog.
Yep, and those are still available.
They're still available.
Yeah.
We did the Olympics on a Wizzy backbone, and we did alpine skiing.
Yep.
So compatibility with WizzyCom, Lectro, Shure, Sennheiser, and our own.
Pretty much anything
models.
analog. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Understand. You have to change the compatibility mode or
and
whatnot.
It's a direct. If you're going to have it compatible with WizzyCom, you would buy the transmitters from us in WizzyCom mode. And we set that up. You can't then use that same transmitter on an Electro project the next week. So once you have it, you're locked and loaded.
That is good to know. That is very good to know. And somebody asked if this would be connected to a Rodecaster Duo. I mean, the Rodecaster, isn't that that's a podcasting thing? Hold on. Sorry, Peter's behind the camera is talking to you, Wayne. Oh, it's off. I apologize. I thought I turned it on, but I turned it off.
Put in the comment how exactly you connected into the Rodecaster Duo. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but
I mean, it would seem you would put a, put a receiver connected to the Rodecaster. I would think.
Yeah, not the transmitter.
Yeah, you wouldn't plug the transmitter in directly.
But maybe we can't.
Maybe
see
we
it.
don't know. Wayne, email us.
Yes, or
call us.
On it, or
yeah, comment, email us, all that stuff. And Ape Man V2 wanted to know if it'll be compatible with sound devices, wireless. I mean, not at the moment, right? It's
That would be
monogamous with
lovely.
Axient.
Wouldn't orange knobs
I
look
mean,
lovely?
Hey,
We're
absolutely.
happy to go orange.
Orange and blue, absolutely. What is that? I mean, there's a sports team that's like that. Go Pelicans. All right, perfect. Well, Nancy, thank you so much for having us by. It's always lovely to talk with you.
And listen, on air, congratulations, gentlemen.
Oh.
Congratulations, gentlemen. I'm thrilled for the announcement that came out yesterday.
Oh, the JetWave merger. Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
So Peter turned off again, the mic. So I think, anyway, Peter wanted to say something. We might be out of batteries on that handheld. Anyway, Peter's been silenced. With that, we're going to go. Thank you so much for all your comments. Nancy, thanks for letting us be here. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be back with more from NAB 2026. Stay tuned.